I'm Deep Mahaman and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV, and even saw Liverpool lose 3-1 to Manchester United at Old Trafford. Yeah, that was just massively shit. I'll get to some of your comments in a moment, but I think you can pretty much guess the general gist and the general tone, and rightly so. Just shit. Just said it before, say it again. Massive, steaming pile of shit. I tweeted out that there was a point in that game where we were only like 1-0 down, and I said it kind of felt like you were gearing up towards a massive night out on the piss with your best mates, and then when you turn up, it's a church or with non-alcoholic lager. Everything that we wanted to see from that game from Liverpool was not present in any way, shape or form. No heart, desire, no level of decent intensity, creativity, just anything even remotely to hang your hat on, with the exception of about 2 minutes when David De Gea made some mistakes, because he's a goalkeeper. He's not played football in like 2 months. Let's not put him under pressure. Heaven forbid. We had a couple of moments. I've had a shot. Ings got into a great little position, great touch, scuffed a shot. De Gea makes a good save, and that was, you know, that was the closest we came to being even remotely, not even exciting, just interesting. You know, where the kind of stuff that makes you want to actually watch football. But that's genuinely pathetic. That's it. And I've got no problem, and I've said this for weeks and months. I don't mind going to Old Trafford and parking the bus. But have something, you know, we play on the counter-attack. It looked like we'll just try and keep them out. And go, well, what about counter-attack? I was, that'll work itself out. How's that going to work itself out? You know, how many times where Mignolet got the ball, or we got a brief little opportunity where they're attacking, we get the ball. There's no pace, there's no urgency. It doesn't look planned out in any way, shape or form. It's basically laughable, and it got to the point where, like gallows humour, I've almost got to laugh at that, but I'm not quite there because I'm still so angry about it. Obviously, the main highlight of the game, no matter what, Martin Tyler and his basically orgasming over it, albeit a good goal from Martial, it's Christian Benteke scoring an overhead kick. There you go, there's goal of the season boxed off. Good one. That's probably the only thing we're going to win this season. Just shocking, you know, we had an opportunity there, and I don't think it was the right game to go from the start. Like I say, I had no problem with the idea of being defensive and frustrating Man United. Absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. But the idea is like Danny Ings is causing problems. We took him off and we brought on Divock Origi. Go to up top, mate. Go to up top, you've got nothing to lose. Go and try and see if we can get another goal. And he basically goes like for like and plays him left wing. The mind boggles. Like, I genuinely don't know at this point, and the decisions in the substitutions in general. Like, Firmino was badly isolated. Put him central, get him involved in the game, because, you know, for the little touches he had, he actually looked relatively lively. Get him involved. You know, put him anywhere else. He was all right, but get Firmino on the ball, get him close to Benteke as much as you possibly can. No, all right then, don't. Yeah, sound. Yeah, let's get some of your comments, I guess. Yeah, as I mentioned there, Dan and Lorcan, I'd sup up your beer. Great neutral commentary from Tyler. That was better than Benteke. Nah. Scouse James and Scouse Smoggy, never wanted change like this since Hodgson. Andrew Zhang at Dark Shrimps. If the lads can't get up for the Man United game, then what hope is there? Exactly. You know, everyone's talking about this, the blood and thunder and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind no blood and thunder. Just be good. Stop passing the ball to their fucking players. Try to, you know, but have blood and thunder in terms of like desire to get something from the game, and it was fucking tepid. It was like, again, it was like going for a fucking strong pint of lager and coming out with the barman's piss. But I piss after they've drank loads and loads of water. Just weak. Steve Order, we had on the show this week, said it on Redmen TV last week. No Liverpool side takes as many hammerings as Brendan's do. You know, he's absolutely spot on. You know, we talked about this in the week that, you know, I can think of at least 2 occasions at Anfield where people have walked out with like the best part of 10 minutes to go because we've been battered. And that's now, you know, 6 goals in our last 2 games we've conceded when we've tried to play defensive football. And hey, look at the goals they score. You know, it's a well-worked sort of set piece. It's a great goal Daley Blind scores. they get a penalty, and then they score a good goal. Look, under normal circumstances, if Brendan Rodgers had a load of credit banked, you might get away with that because look, great Liverpool teams have lost at Old Trafford. This is not a great Liverpool team, and someone's got to take the blame for that. Joseph Jackson 74 # Rodgers for England. Yeah, the long-term viewers of the show will know I'm not a big fan of doing this, saying managers out and all that. I just think it lacks class, and you can say that Liverpool lack class under Brendan Rodgers, and that's fine. You're entitled to say that. I got no problem with that. But I'll never say that. But what we did do at the time was print up some Rodgers for England t-shirts because it's important to have a semblance of humour. Otherwise, you'll fucking kill yourself. Emma Gray @M@Gray. Fuck it. So Benteke's good goal of the season. Not arsed. Bracket. Very arsed. Steve Goodlow. I'm not one to bash on manager, but this doesn't look like it's going to get any better anytime soon. Yeah. Lewis Lightning, complete and utter shite. I've been behind Brendan since day one, and I finally come to the conclusion that he's not fit for us. At Keaton 2711, didn't show any urgency. Benteke with a worldie though. Yeah, there you go. Christian Crespo, I'll leave this one to last because it's got my comment of the week. Critch at WH33LZ1, no heart, leadership or tactics, millions wasted on average players, time's running out for Rodgers. Yeah. And Christian Crespo, Chris Crespo 7, and this sums up exactly how I feel about all this. I'm so exhausted supporting the team, doesn't feel right, hurts, and that's the thing. Because look, there exists within the realms of possibility that I disagree with on some fronts about the players. I think Christian Benteke shown again. Look, people were saying halfway through that match, he's the next Carroll. He's not. He's well better than Andy Carroll. He's well better, and it's not just about people saying that getting the best, and we do need to get the best out of him. But he has got a much better all-round game than a lot are still giving him credit for. He'll be a decent buy still. I think Danny Ings, people slagging off. He was the only one who come out with remotely any credit for me in that game. Thought he was all right. Some of the players we were like Emre Can, ultimately, sound. We've bought Joe Gomez, give away a penalty, decent signing. I think these players are better than performing, and what it comes down to, I guess, is whether it's, is the manager simply not capable of delivering. We're going to answer all these questions. We've got the final word show to come, which is going to be horrible for me, but it will be cathartic. I'm going to have Dan Kennett, my dad, and I'm going to have Ben Mullane in here to discuss that on the redmentv.com. It will be worth a watch. We will be asking the big questions on Brendan Rodgers and more on that. But for me, it's just, I don't know. I don't know the answer. Given how shit I'm feeling about that, after that, if there was a news announcement that came out tonight and said Brendan Rodgers has been sacked, I wouldn't be upset. I'm not saying I'm actively pursuing it because football's mad. I've seen it happen before. We've had bad performances and we turned them around. But I agree with the sentiment at the moment. Is it doesn't look like what's going to turn around. We're going to have something drastic needs to change. We need to learn to score goals. This is a guy who supposedly goal scoring is as a thing for him, and we're not. That's not working. The defensive side of things was a good idea. Going ground that results, that's not working either. Fuck it off. Go back and try and score some goals. Let's go out swing. As far as I'm concerned, Brendan Rodgers needs to go out there now. If he remains in the job for the short term, we need to go out and go as attacking as we possibly can. See if we can win the fans back on side. See if we can win some fucking football matches and see where we are. Because if that doesn't work, then it's definitely time. It's definitely time for them to go. But look, there'll be loads of people go, "Well, you fucking defended it for blah blah blah." Listen, I'm sorry, but it's the way I am, and it's the way I believe football should be. Because if you fall into that trap, it's a cautionary tale. If you start sacking managers too quickly, you end up on a constant treadmill, and that's how you get mediocrity. Because the best football clubs in this country have always had stability of the manager. You know what I mean? The Chelsea, let's not get into it. Look, if you disagree with me and you dislike how I've handled this in months gone by, whatever, man. Look, no one's happy. No one wants to be miserable as a Liverpool fan. We all want to be dead happy, and I think we can all agree on that. Anyway, thoughts in the comments below. Do go and check out the final word show. I know it'll be hard, but it'll defo be worth tuning in for on the redmentv.com. That's all I can say, really. Thanks very much for watching. See you later.
Line 3, 100, line 3 ready, zip is out.
Dispatching on 3. Okay, walk forward for us please. Step down on the first step. And down again for me. Okay, just put your hands across your chest. And knees.